Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Lyndelle. Today I have another beauty video for you, but we have a catch. I will also be answering questions that you have for me of what it is like living in Baguio City. So please stay tuned if you want to see how I did this look and if you want to listen to the answers that I have for you. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. So I started to do my foundation already, just a little bit, and I will continue. So I divided all the questions that you sent in. By the way, thank you everyone. Thank you to everyone who sent all their questions. I divided it or them into two parts. One is living in Baguio and the second one is sort of a Baguio City tourist guide. So let's start with the first question. The first question is from Wonder Woman. Super cute. Ang youngest ko na nasa Baguio ako at 1 year old eh. Hahaha. Tapos sunod teen na ako. Baguio based ba talaga kayo? Yes po, we are really Baguio based. My siblings were born here but I was born in the nearby municipality, like literally katabi niya lang, of La Trinidad. I was born during the 1990 earthquake. The hospital that my mom wanted to birth me in is located in La Trinidad. I love Baguio City and La Trinidad equally. They're like equal in my heart. And so to add to that, I, along with my family, am a member of the Ibaloy tribe, which is one of the original indigenous communities or indigenous tribes that are part of the early settlers here in Baguio City. So aside from the Kankanae, we also have the Ibaloy tribe who first started communities here in Cafaguay, which is the original name of Baguio City, before it turned into this multicultural city hub that I have right now. Second question. I will now start the living in Baguio part. So second one is from mytravellatte.com. Ahaha, ang cute. So you grew up in Baguio pala. I'm also wondering what it feels like to grow up living there. Tutuloy ko na yung foundation ko. It is honestly amazing growing up here, and I'm not exaggerating. I grew up in Baguio City in a time where I honestly can remember that I would try to smile at all the people that I will meet, and they would smile back. It was awesome. It is awesome to grow up here in Baguio City. It's cool. It has a small sort of, yes, Baguio City really is small, so it's like you almost know everyone you'd see walking down Session Road. Well, that was our experience when we were like really younger, when we were kids. But yeah, anyway, let's go to the next one from Amber Jade Biscocho. Saw this on IG. Super excited for this po talaga. Would love to hear some short stories with your favorite spots in Baguio during your college or teenage years. Abangan ko po ito. Sasama ko rin kay Miss Janela Herrera. Hi Miss Dawn. Would be excited to hear about your favorite places as a child. Up here in Baguio, we didn't really have that many activities like what we have now, especially for kids who grew up here. We only had, what I can remember was that we only had Burnham Park, Camp John Hay, nearby mountains to climb, small movie theaters, small parks. Those are it. And I really enjoyed it because most of the activities that we really enjoyed were outdoors. So they were spent in Burnham Park and in Camp John Hay, where they also had this mini golf course. And I don't know, it's just growing up in a city filled with lots of pine trees that makes it really enjoyable and memorable. From Sir Val, why is it that most of the heartbreaking movies I've seen were shot in Baguio? Haha, biro lang po. How's the nightlife in Baguio po? I can't honestly answer the nightlife in Baguio right now because of course lockdown, and I'm not really that active pagdating sa nightlife. Sakto lang, parang like I could hang out in a coffee shop but not really yung tipong tush na music. Although na-experience ko din naman when I was in college, but it really wasn't my thing. Alam mo yung hindi mo naman hinahanap-hanap. So I think it depends. Meron yung mga ganun, yung very active na nightlife scene na may sayawan. But there are also lots of chill places to go to. Oh, lalo na pala yung nightlife na ukay. Especially if ang hanap mo ay nightlife na ukayan. Active na active ang nightlife ng Baguio pagdating doon. Next one is from Miss K. Catral. We used to go up to Baguio every summer for camp. That was decades ago. Is it cool all year round? So yes, Baguio City is cool all year round. We don't really have like seasons because we still are in a tropical country. So it's just wet or dry. But it's generally cool all year round. There are times na minsan mainit dito sa Baguio, pero feeling ko depende lang talaga sa location yun. Pag mainit yung bahay, ganyan. Dito sa bahay, minsan, pag lunchtime, ino-on ko na yung electric fan kasi may init talaga. But there are places na medyo sa outskirts ng Baguio City na malapit sa mga gubat, gano'n, or sa tree area. It's really cool. My boyfriend, sorry hubby, my husband, when we were still boyfriend and girlfriend, he used to live near Mines View, and doon malamig, parang all year round, as in super ata. Okay, next question from the Little Binger. Naanoy ka rin ba kapag peak season dahil sa dami ng turista? Honestly, naanoy ako sa ibang effects, like traffic, ganyan. But, sila yung nagdadala ng income sa Baguio. And I'm not saying it in a like, uy pera, ganyan. But, they really do bring a lot of income for small businesses and for establishments that rely on tourists to bring in income from different places, international man or local. So, yun. Dun lang naman ako na like, sa sobrang heavy ng traffic, at saka, like, sometimes a lot of tourists would litter, like there's no tomorrow. Talagang mangiiwan ng kalat kung saan-saan, which is of course not acceptable. Next one, from Miss Ray, who is also from Baguio. If you would change anything about our city, what would it be? Honestly, I would say it would be the roads. Baguio City, by the way, sa mga hindi nakakaalam, it was built during the American time na talagang to be more, I think, urban. But it was only designed to have 20,000 people or 20,000 residents. It wasn't designed to have 300,000 residents like what we have now. So the roads, if you notice, if you've been to Baguio, the roads get pretty narrow, which is why hindi kaya ang ganun kadaming tourists. Like, traffic talaga ang may experience mo. So that's one thing that I would change. I want to go on, but let's go to the next question. Next, from Dale. Ako, as a tourist, I always find new things to check out whenever I visit the place. So as a resident, how do you still love the place? P.S. Given the chance, I'd relocate to Baguio and leave Metro Manila. Haha. Alright, I still love the place because it's home and my family is based here. My husband and I are based here, and yeah, I have a lot of memories here. Like, right now, I'm enjoying Baguio as it is, without a lot of tourists and without a lot of transitional population, if that's what you call yung students who study here. I'm not saying that we're better off without them, because definitely I don't want to say not, pero we're not really better off without tourists. And looking at it now, syempre madaming businesses again and livelihood are affected, so I can't really say na we're better off without them. I just love the city, everything, the ambient, I mean the environment, the community. If you want to live here, kahit na temporarily, there are these Baguio-based groups on Facebook kung saan pwede kang magsumbong to your heart's content, and dun mo nakikita yung bayanihan effort minsan, lalo kung may mga missing persons, missing items, missing pets, ganyan. Aside from that, we also have a Baguio barter community on Facebook, and I don't know, you can just check it out if you want to, but most of the time what I see in the online Baguio City forums are like positive. Positive so far. Yun. Next one. This is from my cousin Cello. What particular thing makes you call Baguio home, ate? Hihi. Yes. So, going back to my previous answer, kaya ko pala sila tinabi kasi connected. Yun nga, because of the memories that I have here. Kasi I grew up here my entire life, and there are things also that I experienced that I don't think I'd be able to experience in other places. For example, campfire nights, here in Baguio with family and just singing country songs. Madami pa eh, but basically it's the memories that Baguio City gives to me that I treasure a lot. Okay, let's go to the next one from Miss Catherine Joyce Ordonia Dadero. What is the best thing about living in Baguio? Definitely, I could definitely say that it is the climate that we have here. So it's the temperature. Whenever I stay in the lowlands even for a couple of days, dun ko mas na-appreciate yung coolness here in Baguio kasi we don't have to pay for air conditioning. We don't have to pay for the constant use of electric fan. So it's really cool here. Tapos ako kasi hindi ako madaling pagpawisan, pero madali akong mainitan. Hindi ko alam kung bakit. May time na ganun. Yeah. Hindi. Madali pala akong pagpawisan. Depende. I mean, pag nasa mainit akong lugar, madali akong pagpawisan. So, that's one thing that I really love about Baguio. So, hindi na ako naka-move on sa questions. I would now put a little bit of powder. Pero magbabasa ako ng question. From Miss Rubina, mas gusto mo po ba ang present situation ng Baguio ngayon before COVID? In terms of environment, people, progression, or yung dati po? Like before or after COVID? I think answering that would get me in trouble if I'd say a definite answer, but there are a lot of times na namimiss ko yung old Baguio before the lockdown, because of, just the busyness of Baguio, and that people are getting food on their table, because of the businesses that we have, because of the tourists. And I can say that nakaka-relate ako sa mga sobrahan ng contour besh. Nakaka-relate ako sa small business owners. Because I used to own a small business before. And grabe din talaga yung income pag may tourists. So, hindi naman ako like income hungry. But, iba din eh. Especially kung may mga umaasa sa'yo na na mga tauhan, ganyan. So, yun. I need to even this out. But, I still do love when it comes to Baguio City pagdating nga ng COVID, kasi it's cleaner, definitely. It's, what else? Yeah, cleaner, quieter. Yun. Cleaner and quieter, yun. Next one. From Miss Carla. She's also the Hungry Traveler on the Hungry Traveler PH on Instagram. Marami pa bang lot space dyan sa Baguio? Parang gusto ko kasi magpagawa ng bahay dyan. Parang vacation house. Haha. Sabi kasi, crowded na raw dyan eh. Honestly, wala nang lupa dito. That's what I can say. Because, so before I answer that, I went straight to blush and contour. Kinakabahan ata akong sumagot eh. Hindi ko alam kung bakit. Nakalimutan kong mag-eyes muna. So, I will do my eyebrows first. Oo, sa totoo lang, overcrowded na. If you do want to live here in Baguio, temporarily or permanently, what I could say, namin namang real estate developers na nagbukas ng mga high-rise buildings, much to the dismay of a lot of people in Baguio, kasi nga Kasi nga, mga punong napuputol and everything. But, wala na eh. They're built already. So, alam nga namang titibagin, di ba? But there are those apartment units or residential buildings na ginawa because lot space in Baguio City is scarce. So, meron naman, I believe, like, lalo sa outskirts ng Baguio City. But they would probably be really expensive. What we noticed, kasing mahal ng lot minsan, house lot and apartments ang real estate, if not mas mahal pa sa Metro Manila. Sa Metro Manila, minsan, may nakita akong ads, like 8,000 a month, tapos condo unit na. Ay, pag dito sa Baguio, really expensive pagdating sa real estate. Like, lupa man yan, apartment for rent. Yun yung napansin namin. Good for you kung meron kang kakilala na baka pwedeng magbigay ng discount or kung meron kang matsambahan na mura or swak sa budget mo, mahal ang lot kung meron man. So, I think you'd better stick to buying your own condo unit or apartment unit. Okay, let's go to the next one. From the KJ teacher, would you recommend it for people to move to Baguio? This is the last part of the living in Baguio part of the video. Honestly, yes, I would still recommend, especially if it's for health reasons. Kasi meron nga yung iba, like the air here is cleaner than in other cities. I'm not the type of person na pipigilan ka na lumipat sa isang place kung gusto mo ngang lumipat doon unless bawal talaga, 'di ba? Like ngayon, bawal umakyat ng Baguio for tourist or travel and tour purposes. So bawal talaga, hindi ko naman ina-encourage 'yun. But if you plan to relocate to Baguio, I could definitely recommend that. Magandang educational institutions here in Baguio. Like fresh vegetables, mas mura pa, definitely. The air is cleaner, especially in certain areas. Not saying sa CBD, but like in certain barangays, in certain areas, it's still very clean. And yes, may community spirit kasi dito sa Baguio eh. Yun. So, sure, I'd recommend. So that's it. Let's go to the next one and on to eyeshadow. So let's go to the Baguio guide part of the video. Hey everyone, it is Editing Dawn here. So I decided to cut the video short because the entire video will take about an hour for me to answer all the questions you sent in. And I would also want to thank again everyone who sent all their queries and comments on Instagram and on Facebook. So please do stay tuned for the Baguio City guide part of the video. And also stay tuned if you want to see how I achieved the final rainy day smoky-eyed look that I did. Thank you so much for watching. Please take care, be safe, and God bless you all. Bye!